Types of blood circulation. The blood circulates in our body as oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. The types of circulation are systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, and coronary circulation. Systemic circulation. Circulation of oxygenated blood from the left ventricle of the heart to various organs of the body, and return of deoxygenated blood to the right atrium. Aorta carries oxygenated blood to all the organs of the body. Pulmonary circulation. The path of pulmonary circulation starts in the right ventricle. Pulmonary artery arises from the right ventricle and reaches the lungs with deoxygenated blood. Pulmonary veins collect the oxygenated blood from the lungs and supplies it to the left atrium of the heart. Coronary circulation. The supply of blood to the heart muscles, that is cardiac muscles, is called as coronary circulation. Cardiac muscles receive oxygenated blood from coronary arteries and originate from the aortic arc. Deoxygenated blood from the cardiac muscles drains into the right atrium by the coronary sinuses. When the blood circulates twice through the heart in one complete cycle, it is called double circulation. In double circulation, the oxygenated blood do not mix with the deoxygenated blood. Next topic, heartbeat. One complete contraction, systole, and relaxation, diastole, of the atrium and ventricles of the heart constitute heartbeat. The heart normally beats 70 to 75 times per minute. Neurogenic and myogenic heartbeat. Neurogenic heartbeat is initiated by a nerve impulse caused from a nerve ganglion situated near the heart. Example, annelids, most arthropods. Myogenic heartbeat is initiated by a specialized group of modified heart muscle fibers. Example, mollusca and vertebrates. The human heart is myogenic in nature. Contraction is initiated by sinoatrial node, which act as a pacemaker. It is situated in the wall of the right atrium. The impulse from sinoatrial node reach the atrioventricular node, spreading to the ventricular muscle through atrioventricular bundle and the Purkinje fibers. Next, pulse. When the heart beats, the blood is forced into the arteries. The expansion of the artery every time the blood is forced into, it is called pulse. Normal pulse rate ranges from 70 to 90 per minute. Cardiac cycle. The sequence of events occurring from the beginning to the completion of one heartbeat is called cardiac cycle. Each cardiac cycle lasts about 0.8 seconds. The events during a single cardiac cycle involves atrial systole, contraction of auricles, 0.1 second. Ventricular systole, contraction of ventricles, 0.3 seconds. Ventricular diastole, relaxation of ventricles, 0.4 seconds. Blood pressure. Blood pressure is the force exerted during the flow of blood against the lateral wall of the arteries. The blood pressure is high in the arteries, gradually drops in the arterioles and capillaries, and become very low in the veins. Blood pressure is usually expressed in terms of the systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Systolic pressure. During ventricular systole, the left ventricle contracts and forces blood into the aorta. The pressure rises to a peak, which is referred as systolic pressure. Diastolic pressure. During diastole, the ventricles relax and the pressure falls to the lowest value, which is referred as diastolic pressure. In a healthy adult, during normal resting condition, systolic and diastolic blood pressure is expressed as 120 mm by 80 mm. A prolonged or constant elevation of blood pressure is a condition known as hypertension. Can increase the risk of heart attack and stroke. Decrease in blood pressure is termed hypotension, low blood pressure. Blood groups. The concept of blood grouping was developed by Karl Landsteiner. He identified blood groups A, B, and O. AB blood group was recognized by DiCastello and Steeny. Human blood contains certain specific substances called antigens and antibodies. Antigens are found on the membrane surface of RBC. Antibodies are present in blood plasma. Based on the presence or absence of antigen and antibodies, human blood group is classified into 4 groups called A, B, AB, and O. A group. Antigen A is present on the surface of RBC. Antibody is present in the plasma. B group. Antigen A and B are present on the surface of RBC and antibodies are absent in the plasma. O group. Antigen A and B are absent on the surface of RBC and antibodies A and B are present in the plasma. Blood donation. In blood transfusion, one must consider the antigen and antibody matching between the donor and the person receiving blood. When an individual receives a mismatched blood group from the donor of blood occurs in the body, which leads to death. Persons with AB blood group are called universal recipient, as they can receive blood from persons with any blood group. Persons with O blood group are called universal donor, as they can donate blood to persons with any blood group. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system comprises of lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, and lymphatic ducts. Lymph is the fluid that flows through the lymphatic system. Lymph is a colorless fluid formed when plasma, proteins, and blood cells escape into intracellular spaces in the tissues through the pores present in the walls of capillaries. It is similar to blood plasma, but it is colorless and contains less proteins. The lymph contains very small amount of nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, and WBC. Functions of lymph. Supplies nutrients and oxygen to those parts where blood cannot reach. The lymph also carries absorbed fats from small intestine to the blood. Lymphocytes in the lymph defend the body from infections.